Next point is expense. Expense is the cost incurred for generating revenue. पैसे कमाने के लिए, अर्न करने के लिए जो भी आप खर्चा करते हो, दैट इज़ योर एक्सपेंस. बेसिकली जो हमने लास्ट क्लास में पढ़ा था, लास्ट टॉपिक वाज एक्सपेंडिचर, कैपिटल, रेवेन्यू, डेफर्ड. जो रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर होता है वो ही आपका एक्सपेंस होता है. जैसे कि सैलरीज, वेजेस, रेंट एक्सेट्रा, ये सब पे करना. ठीक है. और जैसे कि आपका हो गया डिक्लाइन इन द वैल्यू ऑफ एसेट. आपने कोई प्रॉपर्टी खरीदी थी, उसकी वैल्यू अगर गिर जाए तो वो भी एक एक्सपेंस है. से कहीं आपने इन्वेस्टमेंट करी हुई थी. ओके. So all of these are your expenses. Now these expenses are further divided into two types. Prepaid expenses and your outstanding expenses. प्रीपेड एक्सपेंसेस, नाम से ही आपको पता चल रहा है जो हमने पहले ही पे कर दिए. सो दीज आर योर दोज एक्सपेंसेस दैट हैज बीन पेड इन एडवांस. ठीक है. एडवांस में हमने पे कर दिया. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, दो एग्जाम्पल्स लेते हैं इसके लिए. से टुडे इज 12th May 2020 और आपने 1 month का रिचार्ज करा दिया. दैट इज गोइंग टू एग्जॉस्ट इन, फॉर एग्जाम्पल से 10 June 2020. अब जब आप रिचार्ज कराते हो फ़ोन का, है ना, तो वो जो रिचार्ज है इस डेट को आपने करा दिया. मतलब सारा जो आपने मनी है आपने पे कर दिया. से ₹100 you have paid on 12th May 2020 till 10th June. मतलब अभी भी आपको इसका बेनिफिट लेना बाकी है. क्या आपने सारा बेनिफिट 12th May में ले लिया? नो. द बेनिफिट इज येट टू बी रिसीव्ड दैट यू आर गोइंग टू गेट फॉर द इंटायर मंथ, राइट. और जो भी बेनिफिट लेना बाकी है उसे हम क्या बोलते हैं? जल्दी से बताओ. Correct. We call it as our asset, and because the benefit is going to exist in the accounting period, one accounting period itself, that's why it is called as current asset. Prepaid expenses are called as our current assets because you have paid in advance. पैसे दे दिए हैं पर बेनिफिट अभी भी लेना बाकी है. Let's take another example which is given in your book. मैंने आपको बताया है जो पहली क्लासेस में आपका जो वन अकाउंटिंग पीरियड होता है जिसको हम अकाउंटिंग ईयर या फाइनेंशियल ईयर भी बोलते हैं, that starts from 1st April, say today is 2020, to 31st March 21. तो इसी का ही एक एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं. सपोज फॉर एग्जाम्पल आपने कोरोना वायरस का इतना ज़्यादा इम्पैक्ट देखा एंड आपने सोचा कि लेट्स टेक अ इंश्योरेंस फॉर दिस. सो 1st May को आपने एक इंश्योरेंस ली फॉर 1 year. You took insurance for 1 year. तो 1 May 2020 से लेके अगर मैं पूरे साल की बात करूं तो इट इज़ गोइंग टू एंड ऑन 31st April 2020 21 31st April 21। तो आपने क्या किया, 1 मई को ही पूरा इंश्योरेंस प्रीमियम 1 साल का पे कर दिया। फॉर एग्जाम्पल से द अमाउंट वॉज 1,20,000 रुपीज, यू हैव पेड द एंटायर अमाउंट ऑन दिस डेट फॉर द इंटायर ईयर। अब हमने फाइनेंशियल ईयर की बात करी थी, हमारा फाइनेंशियल ईयर कब ख़त्म होता है, दैट एंड्स ऑन 31st March 21। तो अभी यहाँ जून है, जुलाई, अगस्त, सितंबर, अक्टूबर, नवंबर, दिसंबर, जैन, फेब, मार्च में ख़त्म होता है। और मार्च की कौन सी डेट को ख़त्म होता है, ऑन दिस डेट 31st March 21। पर ये जो मैंने इंश्योरेंस पे करी है ये मैंने 31st April 21 तक की करी है, मतलब दोबारा से ये ईयर यहाँ से स्टार्ट हो गया, बिगिन हो गया। मतलब अगर मैं देखूँ मैंने 1 महीने की इंश्योरेंस पहले ही पे कर दी, yes or no? So this insurance for 1 month that I've paid in advance, this is called, ये जो 1 month का मैंने पहले ही प्रीपेड कर दिया, इसको बोलते हैं 1 month प्रीपेड इंश्योरेंस। ओके, आउटस्टैंडिंग एक्सपेंसेस क्या होते हैं, ये आपके वो एक्सपेंसेस होते हैं, एक्सपेंसेस दैट हैज बीन इनकर्ड expenses that has been incurred but has not been paid। इनकर हो चुके हैं पर कंपनी ने अभी तक पे नहीं करे। अगर मैं अपना ही एग्जांपल लूँ बच्चों, से लास्ट मंथ का मैं आपसे एग्जांपल शेयर करती हूँ। 1 अप्रैल से मैंने स्कूल में पढ़ाना शुरू किया, ऑनलाइन क्लासेस लेनी शुरू करी, 2 अप्रैल, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th and it goes on and this is going to end when, on 30th April। मैंने अपनी सर्विसेज प्रोवाइड करी फॉर 1 entire month, बट क्या मुझे स्टार्टिंग में ही सैलरी मिल गई, in the beginning of the month? No, I am not getting the salary right now. I will get it maybe on the last date or the beginning of the first week of May। तो अभी तक मुझे पैसा नहीं मिलना, मुझे पैसा मिलेगा। अगर मैं अपनी बात ना करूं, मैं स्कूल की बात करती हूँ, तो स्कूल के लिए ये एक ऐसा एक्सपेंस है, फॉर स्कूल इट इज़ एन एक्सपेंस दैट हैज़ बीन इनकर्ड। उनके ऊपर एक खर्चा आ गया है पर अभी तक उन्होंने पे नहीं किया। तो ये एक तरीके के लिए स्कूल के लिए लाइबिलिटी नहीं हो गई कि उनको पे करना है। बोलो यस और नो? यस। एंड क्योंकि उन्हें एक अकाउंटिंग पीरियड में ही पे करना है, दिस इज कॉल्ड करेंट लाइबिलिटी। आई एम टॉकिंग फ्रॉम द पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू ऑफ द इंस्टीट्यूशन राइट नाउ। For institution it is a liability, current liability that has been incurred but has not been paid। तो इसको हम बोलते हैं, जो पूरे अभी उन्होंने पे नहीं किया और पे करना है, इसको बोलते हैं outstanding expenses for the institution that has been incurred but not yet paid। Okay, and also they have taken the benefit, they have taken the benefit in advance but money is not paid। यहाँ पे क्या किया था, आपने एडवांस में पैसा पे कर दिया था पर अभी आपने बेनिफिट लेना बाकी था। यहाँ बेनिफिट ले चुके हैं पर पेमेंट करनी बाकी है। फाइन, सो दीज आर योर एक्सपेंसेस, प्रीपेड एंड आउटस्टैंडिंग। Students, now let's continue. Next point is income. What is income? Income is the profit earned during an accounting period. बेसिकली आपको मैंने दो टर्म्स पढ़ाई थी, दैट वाज रेवेन्यू एंड एक्सपेंस, राइट. रेवेन्यू क्या होता है? Whenever you are going to sell your goods and services, whatever amount you are going to get from there is revenue, and expense is the amount, the cost that you have incurred for generating this revenue, that was your expense. तो income क्या है? Income is revenue minus expense. For example, there were some goods, right? The cost of the goods was rupees 15,000 and you sold these goods for rupees 21,000. So when you sold the goods, what amount you received? 21,000, and that is your revenue. However, for selling the goods, the amount involved, the expense involved was 15,000. So cost of goods is 15. So what is basically the income earned? Income earned will be your 21,000 minus 15,000, that is your 6,000 is going to be your income. Now this 6,000 is your income. Okay. Students, next point is cost. Now what is cost? Cost can basically be termed as the amount of resources given up in exchange of some goods or services. Now here I have mentioned that the cost is termed as the amount of resources that is given up. ऐसा कुछ amount जो हमने दे दिया in order to exchange of some goods or services. For example, for buying anything, for buying some goods, you have paid an amount and in exchange you have received something. Whatever the amount that you have paid, that amount is your cost. Now that can be money or anything which is equivalent to money is your cost, right? For example, cost of machinery we say. You have purchased a machinery, say rupees 1 lakh. For acquiring this, you have made a lot of cost. First would be definitely this 1 lakh, that is the purchase price, right? Then once you have bought this machinery, you do not know how to install. You might have paid some amount of installation charges also. Say for example rupees 1,000, and there will be some charges for freight, you know, for carrying out the goods and services from the point of production to the place. That could be rupees 100. That can be a total price of 1,01,100, right? So cost is the term, that is amount of resources that you have given up in acquiring some goods and service. You have acquired a machinery for which you have paid rupees 1 lakh as the price, purchase price, installation rupees 1,000 and freight of 100 rupees. Now students, cost is also of two types. One is direct cost and one is indirect cost. What is direct cost? A direct cost is a price that can be directly tied to a product, to the production of specific goods or services. For example, say this pen. Now in making this pen, if you see this pen, you can see a lot of things, like for example this body which has been made of plastic, this small metal, right? There is a glass over it, and there is this pointer, this is also made of plastic. Then there is some ink that we can see, some stickers that has been made, some colors you can see, right? So for making this pen, for producing this pen, we are talking about the production of any specific good or service. If I talk about the production of this pen, lot of colors has been used, plastic has been used, metal has been used, there is a glass, there is some material, ink is there, and also there will be some people, labor, who have made it. So what is direct cost? Direct cost is that price that can be directly tied to the production of any good, specific good or service. अब इसके साथ इसकी कलर की कॉस्ट है, प्लास्टिक की कॉस्ट है, मेटल की कॉस्ट है, एंड जो लेबर ने इसे बनाया होगा, डायरेक्ट लेबर की मैं बात कर रही हूँ, उनकी कॉस्ट है. तो यहाँ पे आपका एग्जाम्पल हो जाएगा द डायरेक्ट लेबर इन्वॉल्व्ड. Whatever you can see, basically the material, जो भी आपको इसमें दिख रहा है, you can directly relate the cost to the pen is the direct cost. But behind it there are many other costs. Indirect costs are costs that are not accountable to the cost object. They are not directly accountable. Directly accountable नहीं है. For example, for selling this pen, a lot of advertisement, right, advertisement and marketing expenses would have been taken. Many plans would have been made in order to sell this pen, right? Other than that, there would be salesmen, there would be employees working in the company who would be getting a salary, right? So all those things which are indirectly related to the object or the specific good or service is the indirect cost. So costs are of two types, direct and indirect. Next point is profit. Now what is profit? Profit means income earned by the business from its operating activities, those activities for which the business functions. Okay. Basically those activities that are carried out by the business to earn profit. So if we say what is profit, profit is excess of, अगर आपके जो आपने revenue earn किया, revenue आपने जो earn किया, अगर वो आपके expenses से ज़्यादा निकला, then that is a profit, right? Now profit is also of two types, gross profit and net profit. Now what is gross profit? Gross profit is basically the difference between the revenue that you have earned, this revenue that you have earned from sales or can be your services, and its direct cost, जो भी उस चीज़ की direct cost है. इसीलिए that's why I have made you understand what is direct cost and what is indirect cost. Though it is not in your book, but whatever I have made you write in this topic, please do mention it in your registers also, because if I would have not made you understand in the last topic what is direct indirect cost, then here it would have been created a confusion. That's why I took the topic cost first. So gross profit is difference between the revenue that you have earned from the sales and services less the direct cost. Okay, that is your gross profit. And net profit is the profit that you get after deducting all the total expenses from the total revenue. If in case आपके expenses ज़्यादा हो जाते हैं, right, like here if I mention, if your total expenses are more than the revenue that you have earned, then it will be called as your net loss. Similarly, if the revenue is less than the direct cost, like direct cost is more and revenue is less, then can be gross loss. Now see students, this is your book. Next point is gain. What is gain? Gain is the increase in owner's equity. मतलब जब आपकी कैपिटल में इंक्रीज आ जाता है, रिजल्टिंग फ्रॉम समथिंग अदर देन द डे टू डे अर्निंग और इरेगुलर और नॉन रिकरिंग नेचर. वो कह रहे हैं कि आपकी जो डे टू डे अर्निंग है उसके अलावा जो भी आपके पास गेन आता है, जैसे अभी तक हम ऑपरेटिंग एक्टिविटीज़ पढ़ रहे थे, द अमाउंट दैट यू हैव अर्नड फ्रॉम the business that you do. For example, your business was cloth manufacturing. From selling the cloth, whatever you earn was your operating activities. Other than that, because you are selling the goods and services, if other than that goods and services, what you can sell? या तो हम goods और services sell करते हैं अपनी, or we can sell our assets, right? But we do not purchase assets in order to resell. But if after a point of time we find out that we need to sell our assets, so the amount that we are going to earn, in case we are earning, that is called gain. So stating differently, it is a profit that arises from transactions which are not the operating activities, such as gain on sale of land. If you have sold your land and you have earned something, then gain on sale of machinery or gain on sale of some investments, right? This can be, like we have already discussed, 14th point as profit. This you can take it as 15. 16 can be your loss. Now what is loss? Loss is the excess of expense. अगर आपके खर्चे ज़्यादा हो जाते हैं revenue से over a period of time, say 1 year, that will be your loss, right? अब अगर लॉस होगा तो आपकी कैपिटल बढ़ेगी या घटेगी? घटेगी, कैपिटल कम हो जाएगी, सो इट डिक्रीजेस द ओनर्स इक्विटी, राइट? फॉर एग्जाम्पल, like when you were selling this land and machinery investment, in case you sell them and there is a loss, then it will be a loss. Fine. Next point is purchases. Students, purchases we basically mean is related to goods. Purchase को हम goods words के साथ ही relate करते हैं. I hope this is visible. Yes. The term purchases is used for an account to record the purchases of the goods or the raw material that are either for resale or for producing the products. हम क्या करते हैं, या तो हम goods खरीदते हैं, सीधा कहीं से खरीदे और कहीं भेज दिए. अब इसमें you have to understand two things. Trading, there can be a business of trading. For example, these are pencils and everything. There are lots of shops of stationeries, okay? Stationery items are available. Now people buy this in bulk. The small retailer shops, they go to the wholesaler shops and buy a lot of stationery. They add their profit margin and they sell. What are they doing? Are they producing some different goods? No, they are directly selling one good and buying the one good and selling. This is trading. And one is manufacturing. When you yourself are purchasing the raw material, buying the products, like the cloth manufacturing, पहले तो cotton लिया होगा raw material, या फिर different टाइप के मटीरियल्स लिए होंगे, फिर उन मटीरियल से आपने फाइनली उसको क्लॉथ सेल किया होगा मार्केट में, राइट? सो दैट इज मैन्युफैक्चरिंग विच इन्वॉल्व्स डिफरेंट वेरियस स्टेप्स. सो हेयर परचेज आप किसका कर सकते हो? आप परचेज कर सकते हो गुड्स का, या आप फाइनली कुछ प्रोडक्ट्स बना सकते हो. राइट. द टर्म परचेजेज इंक्लूड बोथ कैश एंड क्रेडिट परचेजेज. अगर आपने कैश सीधा खरीदा है और कैश पे कर दिया, दैट देन इट इज़ कैश परचेज. इफ़ यू हैव परचेज द गुड्स ऑन क्रेडिट बेसिस, उधार पे खरीदे हैं गुड्स, देन दैट इज़ योर क्रेडिट परचेज, राइट. गुड्स परचेज्ड, that is mentioned. Now what is purchase return? For example, you have purchased some goods and for some reason you do not like. Maybe the goods are defective, maybe they are not updated, they are obsolete, maybe the kind that you asked for वैसा नहीं आया आपके पास. There can be many reasons, and the goods purchased may be returned to the seller. If you are returning the goods to the seller for any reason, those are called goods return. और आपके पास गुड्स आए, आपने उसको बाहर कर दिया, आउट कर दिया, तो उसका नाम पड़ गया रिटर्न आउटवर्ड्स. सिमिलरली सेल्स, द टर्म सेल्स इज एसोसिएटेड विद और used for sale of only goods. We are not talking about assets. We are not talking about assets. Purchase में asset की बात नहीं हो रही, sale में asset की बात नहीं हो रही. We are talking about only goods. And goods और asset में क्या difference है? We have already covered this in our previous classes. If you have forgotten it, please go through the previous class where I have discussed about assets and goods. These goods may be purchased for resale or manufactured by the enterprise. The term sale includes cash and credit. If you have sold and you have received cash, that is cash sales, and if you have sold some goods on credit, then that is your credit sales. Similarly, goods when sold when returned by the purchaser. If you have got the goods again back to you, then that is your sales return, because you have got back. This is called return inwards. Okay. Now students, we have covered the point gain, loss, purchase, purchase return, sales and sales return from your book, right? And this book I have already, for this book I have sent you the PDF. You can go through it and write all the definitions from there in your notebook. So till now, if I see from the notes that I have given you, we have covered 20 accounting